Salutations, my Fallout lovers. It is Maddie here with week 39 of the H.A.M. Radio Podcast.
And it is me, the Lone Bolt Wanderer. Noah is not here today, unfortunately.
I always forget to plug in that Noah's not here. You know, he's been good lately, but I always forget to add that in. Anyway, we have a absolutely lovely guest with us this week.
Oh, hi. Does that mean I start talking?
Yes.
Salutations, gentlemen. Hi, my name is Courtney Ford. I'm an actress, and I voice Piper Wright in Fallout 4.
Yes.
I never knew Piper's last name.
Yeah, when you said that, you caught me off guard.
My eyes.
Don't even know my last name.
No, I used you the most, though, so don't feel too bad. But yeah, Piper Wright. That's interesting.
Cool. All right,
We're
sweet.
in a relationship, and you don't even know my last name?
Yes, literally, you were the first companion I romanced.
we need to address this because Piper's his favorite companion, like, out of anyone.
All smoke and mirrors.
It's not really romance, though, is it? Because we kind of just take a nap, huh?
I mean,
pretty much. Okay. Well, with Paladin Dance, if you sleep with him, after it, he's like, oh, better than a training exercise. So the innuendo is there. Yeah.
Mine's just like, hey, good nap. Let's get back into the, start making our settlement.
Wow. I mean, I think that because when you sleep next to the companion, like they do like the 15% XP bonus and they have like the little vault boy like sitting in the bed next to a woman and he's like stretching with his shirt off. I'm like, oh, that happened.
Oh no, it definitely happened. It definitely happened, but I'm just saying, like, in the game,
it's not explicit.
I thought it was going to be like a thing. And, I saw some gameplay and I'm like, oh, wait, what is this? Like, we're like spooning or we're like high-fiving after our nap. So,
high-five.
Sorry, everyone. It wasn't.
So how did Bethesda describe that to you then? The whole romance.
They did it. Right. I just knew that it was starting because because I'm saying those lines and I'm like, oh, this is happening. But I thought it was going to be like, at least some kissing, guys.
Yeah. I was taken a little back by that. I didn't get to kiss the lovely Piper. It's just you assume it happens. I don't like assuming.
Yeah. Well, it's probably better in your mind anyway.
Yeah, see, everyone has expected me in this podcast to be like, you know what? I'm just going to go all out and say it. Like, people are expecting me to be fucking, like, jizzing myself this podcast. Like, to tell you the fucking truth. That's what everyone's expecting. Like, I post the picture promoting, like, hey, Courtney's going to be on, the actress for Piper. And everyone's like, oh, God, Maddie, fucking relax. Like, everyone was losing it.
Piper for Ham was the hashtag that was used. That'd be funny.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
But so this starting of the podcast just shows you how haphazard it can be. We have questions planned, Courtney.
Okay.
But
I will try to.
We will derail. It's going to happen.
We'll answer this question for probably, I'd say, like 20 seconds, give or take.
Yeah.
And then you'll bring up like a really cool thing that happened to you like 10 years ago, and we'll probably talk about that or something along those lines.
Oh,
cool.
God. Okay.
So Maddie wants.
What if I can't answer any of these questions? Oh no.
You let us know. Let us know.
Okay. Go.
Yeah.
Should I go first?
Yes, Maddie.
Courtney, are you ready? I'm trying to.
Now
I'm trying to get. Now I'm just gonna enjoy getting you nervous.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, fuck. Go.
What is your favorite line in Fallout 4? A tough one.
Oh my God. What is my favorite line?
Yeah, such like a vague but yet obvious question. Oh no. All right.
It is. Those are the hardest, I think.
They are, yeah. That's why
I don't know if this is answering your question properly, but maybe I'll just get into this question and more things will come to my mind. But some lines when we're going through, basically what I'm looking at is it's like a teleprompter, And when we get into a rhythm, I'm not really thinking. I'm just, I'm in that mode. I feel like I'm in the world and I'm saying it, and we're seeing how it's just coming out. So sometimes I'll stop and I'll read it first and I'll really think about it. But sometimes if it's just the I don't know what you call them, the quick ones where the player's like Piper and I'm like, here I am. I'm not really, I'm not sitting there going, oh, how am I gonna say here I am. So if we're in that mode and it's just, the lines are coming up, I'm just reading them and I'm reading them as I say them, right?
Okay.
So sometimes something will really catch me off guard, and then I'll just once I start laughing, it's all fucked. Like, I mean, I'm sure I annoyed them so much because they're like, "All right, we only have this much time for a session, and shut the fuck up." So, Cal, I mean, you could like ask Cal how many times I just fucked everything up because I couldn't stop laughing.
Don't give
Too
yourself
much.
that.
See what happens? See? Terrible. But anyway, one of the lines was something like, I'm just saying it as I'm reading it, and I'm like, the combat zone, no finer place to get murdered in all the Commonwealth. What? Like, what did I just say? And so the laughing was happening, and then there was another line, oh God, about with the lounge singer,
Magnolia, I think.
Magnolia.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like that's such a nice set of songs. Oh no, not the boobs, the song. And then I just couldn't stop laughing about that, and then then we took a break and had to go like eat a sandwich or something.
That's
amazing.
awesome.
I never heard that last line.
What?
Yeah, I'm walking everywhere with you too. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
You were down there with me too. Oh my.
Maybe it only happens if you play as the female protagonist,
Maybe.
because if we're if we're romancing and then it's Magnolia, and then I'm like, that was a great set. You have a great set. Oh no. Oh God.
So to flip it a little bit then, those are the funny ones. Were there any lines which were, on an emotional level, you had to sit back and think, wow? Because I know that there are times where Piper, other companions, they open up to you, like, emotionally, and they, get really deep at times. Were there any times that happened with you while recording?
Well, yeah, man, because I worked on this game for over 2 years, and in your life, things happen. You have your ups and downs in within that time frame, like a normal person. And so sometimes, things would be going on in my life, and then I'm like, oh, I got to go in the booth, and I was coming from the place that I was, if I was having kind of a
a hard day or something.
a sad day.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh great, we're talking about this and it totally fits. So I don't know what I just said, but I said something.
No, you don't have to get into specifics, but that's
you don't have
oh man, just the parts where I'm stumbling, you just edit all that out. It's all terrible.
There was when Cal and the other Courtney were on the podcast. They showed us some outtakes as well. They were pretty funny.
And that was before
Brian
the game
and
came out, mind you.
Yeah,
but that was from Cal. This is from
No,
me.
True.
I'm not allowed.
Well, if you're not comfortable with it, you don't have to.
No, it's like 5 seconds of.
All right,
awesome.
cool.
It's not a big deal. I can't see. I'm sure it's fine. So a little bit of context. One of the things that I, like the characters like Piper, and you're like right here, or what do you got for me, or whatever. One of the things I had to say was, you still there? And I kept fucking it up. I don't know why. I kept saying, you still here? And they're like, do it again. What? I'm like, and I'm looking right at the line. It's right in my face on this, on the screen. I forget how to read. I don't know. So this is like the 400th time I've said you still here instead of you still there. And then the next outtake is a lot of times I'm saying a line, and if I know in my heart it's coming out of my mouth wrong, I just know I'm gonna fuck it up. It doesn't even come out garbled. It just ends in just like a giant fuck. So it's like line and then fuck. So hold on a second. Here I go. I don't even know if you guys are gonna be able to hear this. Am I doing this right? Blah 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 blah. Okay, here. Is he like? Am I like, hey?
No, that was perfect. One's already keep it, just one more so they have it for the end.
Hey, you still here? You still there? Where are you? Could not get it right.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Wait, here's another one. The American. Fuck you. Okay, that's that.
Oh man.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Oh man, that's great.
Were there a lot of those
Hold on,
moments?
I
Oh
got
my god, that's all I spent most of the time just being like, you know, blah blah blah. We're in the wasteland and fuck.
I do. Oh my gosh, I don't feel so alone anymore because whenever I'm recording, I know it's totally different. When I'm recording a commentary by myself in my bedroom, I'm like, I'm just sitting here and like, I'll start off like, "What's up, guys? This is Matt." And I'll just like stutter my own name. I'll be like, "Oh fuck," like you know,
Yeah,
I'll just curse to myself. And like
Yeah.
sometimes I'll just leave it in while I'm editing the audio. All of a sudden I'll hear me just like mumbling curse words to myself. I'm like, God, I'm fucking weird. Now
Yeah.
I'm not that weird. I'm like Courtney.
Yeah.
I'm fucking awesome.
So,
That's
no,
excellent.
this was the whole. Yeah, that was. I would say the majority of the sessions and.
Sweet.
Oh my god. No, that I mean I do that mostly and then I feel bad because sometimes it's during like, you know, a really quiet scene where I'm saying I'm really glad we connected and we're friends and fuck and I feel like I'm blowing out the poor, you know, their ears because out there and I did ADR for one of this movie that I did, and I felt so bad for the guy in the sound booth. One of my sessions, I brought him a giant bottle of tequila, and I was like, "I'm so sorry for screaming fuck in your ear constantly. I'm not saying it to you. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at myself."
That's amazing. That is great. That second one
great.
was great though. The American fuck you.
Fuck you.
I'm hoping
Oh
that
my
they've-
god, is this terrible? Is this are we?
This is fantastic.
This, Courtney,
You're killing
you're
it.
doing.
God.
Everyone
love the
yeah, I was about to say you
banter.
got to know that A, people love banter, and B, you have a leverage right now because people have a crush on you. So
No, see,
Yeah.
no, that makes it worse.
No,
I want
oh
like,
god, I ruined it.
low expectations.
Low expectations.
Matthew,
They hate you.
but-
Yeah, so
There you go.
you're going to be disappointing the internet today. Oh, good. Good.
The reaction is going to be absolutely astoundingly positive. I'm
Yeah,
so
your Twitter
confident of that.
notifications
Courtney.
are gonna blow up.
Yep.
Praise.
They did when you announced that I was going to be on.
Yes.
The at mentions were coming faster than I could read them, and I'm like, what's happening? It's melting.
Who is this guy? Who's this crazy kid with the crazy Photoshop face online? He's in my mentions right now.
Did you see that meme?
I gotta
Well-
say this: the Fallout fandom is so. You guys, everybody, they've been so incredible, and they're so. Really, I tweeted. I don't know when I tweeted it, like a week ago. But what I said was real and genuine. I'm so incredibly overwhelmed and touched, and thank you so much. It really does mean so much to me. And the Fallout fandom, just collectively, they're so funny and intelligent. And you know, I love anybody that gives a shit about what I do. But some fandoms are. You know, hey, they're all great, but you know, I get tweets sometimes in the past from like, hey, I saw you on the TV and I want to kiss you on the mouth and grab your butt. Follow me back,
Follow me
like-
back.
sir. What do you? I mean, really? Do you think that I'm going to be like, oh my
yeah,
god,
I'm jumping into his
I am
arms.
so touched by that you. And I really like it made my day that you wanted to touch my butt. And I think we're gonna be best friends now. Is all I
It's great.
can. So
Speaking of butt, like you know, the thing that caught me off guard most about Fallout was
Here we go.
no, because I'm like decorating my companion. You're my companion, all right, Courtney.
Okay.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh sweet, I'll put a new outfit on you. And like, I think it was just a layered piece of armor, so it was only like one thing on your arm, and all of a sudden, you're in your bra and underwear. I got so caught off guard. I'm like, oh fuck, like, and like my friend sitting next to me, he's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, oh no, like I'm putting on new clothes for her. I was like,
Your parents are watching you from behind. Matthew, what is going on there?
is that an excuse to call me Matthew Lone?
I've been calling Maddie Matthew so often now, and I apologize, Matthew, but
oh
not
my-
really.
I don't get it. You call me
Courtney,
Maddie.
can you start calling Maddie Matthew? He doesn't like it.
Oh no, you don't like it.
Not that I don't like it, but like, you know, I like the name. My mom calls me Matthew.
You don't like it when I say Matthew Schroeder?
I mean, it's Courtney. Stop working on me here. Are you kidding me? You're really playing me like that. Whatever.
Hey, listen, you know what? I don't like my name either, so,
No,
Really?
I like my name.
I don't. My full name I like, and most people call me by my full name, so I hear that and I go, oh,
Yeah.
that's me, and I like it, but it's just very, it's not a timeless name. It's very much like you hear anybody with that name, and you're like, oh, I know what, around the decade you were born. It's very specific to that decade. And, it kind of just it just, I was, oh my God, I was a nerd in school, and I was never a cheerleader, and I was never in a sorority or anything like that. And Courtney sounds like, oh my God, you guys, I'm at the top of the pyramid in the cheerleading squad, and I have chlamydia, and I date like so many guys, and I'm like really happy, and
Courtney,
I
you
just
nailed that.
I just said chlamydia on the internet.
Chlamydia.
But that's what it sounds like, like those girls that I went to school with, and I was just like, oh God, that's not
So then,
why.
when you hear the name Matt, what do you think of?
I can't believe I just said that. Oh God.
No, what do you think of when you hear the name Matt then? Can someone tell me that? Because I didn't know like names
One
associated
of
with...
my greatest friends' name is Matt. I spent Thanksgiving with Matt, so...
Does that make me a boss?
Does it make you a what?
Like a boss. Like the man.
You are not the man.
I am not the man. Okay.
Yes. You are man? Question mark?
Oh,
Wow.
you just made his day,
Yeah?
Courtney. You just
Okay.
made it.
No, really? You don't like... I think it's a great name.
I'm not saying this in like a cocky way. I love my name, but my mom calls me Matthew, and then it's like, I'm not saying it's in a dick way, but like, Lone, you're definitely not my mom, so don't fucking call me Matthew.
It started because Brian called you Matthew,
Yeah,
and
it's like-
I think it just rolls off the tongue. It's a lovely name.
I think it's a lovely name.
Maddie.
There you go. That I don't know. Maddie's kind of like. Oh, you know what? In a couple of years, Matthew will sound a bit more.
Yeah, maybe
better
if I'm like
because
in a
Maddie's
suit
younger
at
than
a job, like you.
Oh, if you're applying for jobs, you're Matthew.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
not Maddie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
I'm Matthew. I do YouTube videos.
Oh, it's brilliant. See, I love how off topic we get. It's just.
I
the
know, but was that too off topic? Now I'm
No,
frightened.
no.
I'm like, oh God, that was
There's
terrible.
No such thing as too
But-
off topic on.
and then somebody puts it. Oh God.
Don't panic.
Courtney,
I'm panicking a little bit.
You're doing fine. I can just give you e-hugs right now.
No. Oh God.
Right. How about we ask the next question and hopefully
Okay.
we get
Back
on the
on
rails
track.
a bit.
Back on
All right,
track.
I'll ask this one, and it's related to Piper again. So when you initially received the lines for Piper and all of the scripts, what were your initial impressions of her? And also related to that, have you connected with Piper, the character, in any way? Like, do you empathize with her or anything like that?
For Christ's sake. Okay, so one of the it's hard. It's hard to go, how real do you get with these answers, and how vulnerable do you get, because there's so many wonderful people in the world, but they're also crazy people too, and it's like, please don't be crazy. No, one of the reasons why it has touched me so much that people are responding to Piper is because she, it is so close to my real personality, and it's like, it's a great feeling. Obviously I'm an actor, and I play a bunch of different people and have played a bunch of different people, and people are like, oh, I really, I like that performance, and oh, thank you. But it doesn't, I don't know, there's something, it just feels a little bit different when something is so close to your real personality. So let me try to answer your question, I guess. When I got the, so I auditioned for this, not as a voiceover. I mean, I knew it was going to be a video game, but a lot of times, like, I think Courtney Taylor, and it's so weird to say that, by the way, you guys, because my sister's name is Taylor.
Really?
So Courtney Taylor, like, that's someone's name, and it's also my sister and I. So anyway, La 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 la. Oh, I think the way I could be wrong. So please excuse me, guys, Brian and Courtney, if I'm wrong. But I feel like they auditioned for it, like in a booth, like laying down their voice.
Yeah.
But I did not. I went in like a regular audition. We like dressed, kind of as I feel like an approximation of how the character would dress. Not like in a costume. Like it didn't look like a cosplay person.
Show up in like a newspaper boy outfit or something.
No, but I didn't wear, I didn't wear like a dress. I wore, kind of wastelandy stuff. And in a normal audition room with the casting director, and they recorded it because it was going to be a lot of performance capture. So they wanted to see like how you move your body and how you interact with, how well you pretend and interact with nothing. So that's what I did, and when you audition for like a cartoon or a video game, they have a little sketch of the character, like what they look like.
Yeah.
So they had this little, kind of little sketch of how they were thinking Piper would look, and they had a little blurb, and it said, I think the audition was for like The Wasteland, and I was like, okay, video game called The Wasteland, and it said she was like the Wasteland's Lois Lane, and I was like, okay. I get that. And I go in, and the casting director's talking to me a little bit about the character, and then she goes, basically, she's a giant pain in the ass. And I go, oh, well, I got my PhD. So, that's Dr. Pain in the Ass to you.
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, that's going to be, that's, let's open my mouth and let it fly. And the audition scene was when you first meet Piper, actually, right outside the gates, and I'm, yelling at Danny Sullivan. That was my audition my audition scene. And then I got it, and then Cal said it was June 25th, 2013 that I was first in the the whole PCAP get up, the black leotard with the ping pong balls all over it, yelling at Danny Sullivan again, but really yelling at Cal's face.
That's funny.
What I'm yelling at Cal.
See, the first thing when I was introduced to Piper in the game, I saw her as this character that was, stand up against the man, the mayor of the city, that is, independent, free thinking, freedom of the press, and that was so vastly different to a lot of other characters I'd met so far. And I think that was entirely intentional, because Piper just stood out from the get-go. She was a strong woman. She was a strong character. And, I'm sure when Maddie met Piper as well, as soon as he did, he wanted her as the companion, because she is a bit different to every other character in the game. Would you agree, Maddie?
No, yeah. She's completely different. I mean, when you take into account that there's, like, super mutants and, all that stuff that you can get, synths, etc., Piper's very standout, and I love it.
He has a crush on her.
It has not been a secret for a while.
I love it. I love it.
So I noticed one thing, and this is a little off track, but your normal, we'll call it your normal person voice, the voice you're speaking to us with now, is just like the one in game, and that was kind of the same with like Brian and Courtney Taylor as well. And I found that very interesting that Bethesda didn't have you guys like really change who you were for the role. They kind of seemed to, I guess, fit the character with the actor or actress almost perfectly.
And then they changed, and then, because they said they wanted realism. Like, they didn't want to have anybody putting anything on, because they wanted them to feel like real people, so that when you're playing the game, you really, truly feel like you are in this world. And that it's your real life for a while. But it's so people are putting on a voice, and it sounds maybe too cartoony or too put on. Can I say put on any more times? Like, what? Adjectives.
Yes.
That it would take you out of the experience. So that's what they did. And then, there were some line, like, they kept rewriting it. Cal thinks that I put down, there are about, 2,200 lines in the game, but he thinks we recorded about 3,000.
Damn.
Wow.
And And I would notice that, like, oh, I recorded this a year ago, but they rewrote it and they changed it, and this is more like how I would say it. In fact, one of the last, oh man, too personal. Bum, 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 bum.
Oh my God.
One of the last sessions we had is when you've reached maximum, what is it, guys?
Trustworthiness with the character.
Yeah,
You're in
it's not.
love.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I say, you know what? I'm loud and I'm pushy and I'm constantly getting in over my head. And I read that came out of my mouth and I was like, you guys, you've been paying attention. I'm like, that's of course they wrote that, because that's, you okay. So you're in the booth, and then everybody's outside. You're separated, by this glass. But then also somebody from Bethesda is on the line as well, listening to everything for that 4-hour block. And it's not like they're only listening to the lines. You lay down the line and then you keep talking. Well, and maybe other people don't. I do, clearly. She doesn't stop talking.
It's a good thing.
It's great.
It's gift of gab. So they could just, in between that, I'm like eating a sandwich and like fucking around, and they're like, oh my God, she is a pain in the ass.
I'm sure they never said that, Courtney. I'm sure they never did.
No, they didn't. They just wrote it for, and then I said it.
Good old Cal. Is a shifty one.
Pushy and sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
No, it's brilliant. But like, I'm not going to say that Piper was a pain in the ass. I think that's the wrong word. But honestly, out of most of the other characters and companions in particular, she's one of the more compelling ones, because she's so interesting and unique, and she'll add in her 2 cents. But when she adds in her 2 cents, you stop and listen. I found that with other companions, it was more like, okay, you're just talking. But when Piper talks, you shut the fuck up and listen, because she's got something important to say.
You guys. You guys.
That's the thing, though. Now that you mention it, I'm not saying like other companions aren't interesting, but with Piper, when I was playing, you like hit the nail on the head. Like I don't give a shit what I was doing. When Piper's like, hey, I gotta say something to you or whatever, I'm like, okay, stop.
Then he's like,
hold
playing
up.
a death, just turns around. Okay, what do you have
Hold
to say,
up.
Piper?
What's going on? Talk to me. And like I'm hitting A for each response. I'm trying to be as kind as possible. Just talking through whatever she's going through.
Oh, you guys.
Oh, Maddie.
So on that note, our next question, and you kind of answered it already, but I guess we'll talk on it a little bit more. But just how's the overall reception to your character Piper been? Whether it was Twitter or
overwhelmingly positive.
Awesome.
Like, yeah. I mean, man, I mean, more so than anything else. I'll have something air on television, and half the people will be like, "I love you," and the other half of people are like, "Fuck you, die." And it's the internet. It's the internet.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So especially for this, I mean, the game is huge. It's huge. People are playing it all over the world, and I thought, oh God, here it comes. And they were just, I mean, it was shocking how positive it was.
I mean, especially with a video game that obviously you weren't the protagonist, voicing the protagonist, but it still has, I think, a much more heavy emphasis on voice acting and voiceovers, and you clearly know that Bethesda was really trying in that regard in comparison to other Fallout games. So there could have been that intimidation, especially on behalf of Brian and Courtney, saying, oh, how are people going to react to the voice acting? There's more heavy emphasis on it. Because just, for example, with the companions, they're not just random people that stand next to you and shoot enemies. They're actually living, breathing humans that will actually give in their 2 cents. Again, like when you do something in the wasteland, like for example, I've been in random conversations and Piper will say something that actually contributes to what's happening to the discussion. And I find that emphasis, it could have been intimidating for you coming to the role, but a lot of vast majority have actually loved the voice acting in the game. It's been a really, really good reception.
Mm-hmm. Courtney and Brian did such an incredible job. I mean, the serious stuff is just so heartfelt, and then the sarcastic stuff is so funny, and oh fuck, they're just so good. I mean, they have like 8 million video game credits between them, and I have 2. So they're just they're just incredible, and I admire them so much. And I
But
look
you're
up.
going to get more after this, Courtney. You're going to get more voice acting gigs and games after this.
I would
performance?
not be
Yeah.
even slightly surprised, to tell you the truth.
Oh wow,
Definitely.
it's fun. I mean, it's been fun, and it's also been fun, like you said. See, I want to call you Matthew, but now I'm not going to.
Call me.
Please do. Please call him Matthew.
Yeah, really, I'm
Definitely.
not an angry guy or whatever. You can call me whatever you want.
Love it.
It's been like you said, Maddie. It's been cool because I was able to do my own voice, because a lot of the things I go out for, in the voiceover world, are princesses and really cartoony stuff, which is so fun.
Mhm.
Please, like, I love it. I love it. But it's never just like,
It's nice
just
to
run your
probably
mouth.
step into the booth and just be you, right?
Yeah. It's incredibly freeing and fun, and I get nervous when there's dead airspace.
No, don't.
To be filling the space that it's going to
I'll
be
play,
silence,
I'll
and people
play
are like,
faint
"Hey,
elevator music in the background.
That makes it even
can you do
more.
that?"
So when Courtney's like,
Many.
so, and you hear dun, 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 just like faintly playing in the background.
That would be great. That'd be a lovely touch.
Just like the Tenpenny Tower music. That's what I think.
But Courtney, you don't realize people are going to be loving this podcast. The reception that you'll get to this podcast, I think everyone's going to be like, oh my God, you're such a great cast for the H.A.M radio crew. Everyone loves having voice actors and people involved with the game, because this relates back to, the passion and the love that people have for this franchise, which is why I think people have been so overwhelmingly positive towards you, because, you were involved in this IP that they love, and being able to experience that with you, just talking to you on a personal level on Twitter, they love that. People love that. And that's just the Fallout fandom.
It also helps in the sense that a lot of people were a bit skeptical. This is before launch in like June or July. A lot of people were really skeptical about the main, like Courtney and Brian being, voices for the people we're going to play as. And a lot of people were nervous. Not because of their talent. It was never because of the talent. Because a lot of people knew it was already there.
Like at the stage.
Yeah, at this stage we didn't know who they were, but over time we knew they were obviously, like everyone on the staff, very talented people. It was more so that Fallout was always you got to be it's got to be silent. It's got to be about you. And so when we got, for example, Brian on or Courtney on, everyone was like, okay, I want these people to voice us. So a lot of people, when they hear this, I'm saying this genuinely, are going to hear just how much you care about this, how awesome you are, and either, appreciate Piper even more than they already did, or they're going to go back, pick Piper back up in their squad, talk to her more, and kind of see, wow, not only did I get the chance to hear like a personal conversation between, two YouTubers and an actress, but also, I have that additional, I feel like, people feel like when they come on here, they actually know the actor or actress or whoever comes on, because we just like to kick back and just chat, so you have nothing to worry about.
Definitely.
Would you tell someone that it's going to be terrible, though? You would never say that. You
Come
would
on,
never,
don't say that.
It's not terrible though, Courtney. No.
I think you're funny. Listen to it, they're going to be like, this is terrible, awful. I hate you. Like, you would never say that. You would be like, it's going to be great.
Okay, well, I'm brutally honest, but so maybe I would,
like that.
but
I fucking love that. Like, please, that way.
I'm very honest. So I would not bullshit you. But you gotta also remember, it's the internet. So they wouldn't bullshit you. So if you're getting complete, like, love letters and butt offers on Twitter.
No, I'm not getting butt offers.
Well, regardless.
Here's the thing. I mean, you guys meaning the Fallout fandom, you're so intelligent and funny and great that it's like, yeah, man, you could think that. Like, think it all you want. But they have, like, the wherewithal to not be like, maybe I won't say that.
Yeah, maybe that's not appropriate to be telling
I'm not going to say that to her. Like, Yeah. Classy. You guys are classy.
Yes.
You're classy, Blue. Stay classy, Blue.
I'm glad that you felt that we've welcomed you with open arms, honestly.
I do.
Yeah. We would never want, you to feel bad about your role or the job that you did, because honestly, across the board, the voice acting was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. And that's the one thing, even if people are a bit hesitant about the voice acting, I don't think anyone can deny about the job that everyone did, including you, of course.
I agree.
So, yeah.
Because Yeah. If there was, and I'm like I said, I'm honest. If there was any complaint about the voice acting, it was more so that for the main protagonist being Courtney and Brian, that it was there, but the voice acting itself, like everyone loves. You know,
Yeah.
I really haven't seen anyone go like, "Fuck these people." You know?
No, they're so good. I love the way both of them say Piper. I love it when they're like Piper. I'm like, yeah, like it's just so gives me the vapors.
Brilliant. Can I ask? This is actually not a question that we've prepared, but no, and it's not bad. I promise.
Okay.
If there was, and I'm not too sure if on the side that you are a video gamer, but are there other games and other intellectual properties that you would love to get involved in, especially after your role in Fallout 4 as Piper? Like, have you just seen other games that, oh yeah, I definitely want to get involved in that, or anything like that?
No, because I don't play. Like, my life is so different now. I don't really play anymore. Back in the day when I played. I liked fighting games.
Okay.
I liked. Oh man, back in the day, I liked to play
When I was a young girl.
I like to play Soul Calibur on my whatever the hell unit. I liked fighting games. I was really bad and still am at first person shooters. I was just so fucking bad. Like it was depressing. So I couldn't even get into the game because I was just like, I suck so much ass. I should just stop playing. Off. Turn it off. We racing games. I like driving games. I like fighting games.
So there's not really much scope for, like, in a racing game at least, unless there's a story for voice acting to be there. A fighting game, it's more like,
what the hell was her name in Soul Calibur? Fuck.
I don't know.
Xinghua, and like she'd beat your ass, and then she'd go, "I'm sorry."
That's reminded me of, like, Chun-Li in Street Fighter after
She's
the end
kind
of
of
the
like that, yeah. It's
She's
kind
like,
of little.
Yatta! I'm like, oh, I love you, Chun-Li. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
See, for me, I didn't play a single Soul Calibur game except for I think like 2 and 4. Like the one that had Link in it, I think it was on GameCube. I think that was 2. And then they had like Darth Vader and Yoda in 4, and I'm like,
They started going crazy.
yeah,
It's
I was like,
Darth
I gotta
Vader
get this shit. But after I played, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm done. And then Street Fighter, I'm sorry, Mom, fuck Street Fighter. That's an awful.
What? What's wrong with Street?
Awful.
No.
Awful.
Whoa.
Awful.
Whoa.
I can't stand that fighter. Probably because I'm bad at
Did you?
it. I'm getting a case
Super
of the Courtney
Nintendo.
here. I'm bad at Street Fighter, so I don't like it.
No, it's not about being good or bad. Like, for example,
I don't like it.
like Street Fighter on the Super Nintendo.
No.
Those were the days, right? Street Fighter.
I never owned the Super Nintendo. I had to
on.
borrow the only.
Oh,
well, hold on.
my God.
I could. Okay, I had a Nintendo 64. That was,
Yes.
that was like, I'd say my first actual system. But like, I would go back and play those older games because I'd say the only game I really obsessively played on Super Nintendo was Turtles in Time. That game kicked ass. Oh my goodness. It was so good that I literally have, because they had to like take it off the market for some reason, but like the Xbox 360 Marketplace did like a reshelled, they called it, and they remade Turtles in Time into like an HD remake. And I have like one of the few copies available because they like took it off, so you can't like buy it anymore, and it's only digital. So that's the only reason why I'm not selling my 360.
Nintendo
I'm still judging you.
64 Turtles of what?
Turtles in Time.
Turtles in Time. I've never heard of that.
The Teenage
And
Mutant
I
Ninja Turtles.
A lot of games. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm aware of that.
Okay, so this
Pizza, yes, the pizza.
We're judging you, Matthew. Matthew, we are judging you.
Why? Because I don't like Street Fighter.
How did you not like?
I've said so
I've
much
never heard
worse
you
in that
say
like
that before in my life.
I've said so much worse, and you judge me for my Street Fighter opinion.
Yes, I will say that. Courtney, like back in the Super Nintendo era, did you play any games on that? Like, what were your favorites?
I had what was the well, all the consoles are always changing. So
Yeah.
forgive me say a game and they're like, that wasn't the 64, that was the bed.
Don't
How
worry
dare
about it.
you?
Don't worry.
But no, I, of course, was like insane for Super Mario Brothers and
Yes.
Zelda and any fighting games that were available. That's another reason why I'm like, why would you hate that? Because back in the day, like, there weren't tons of fighting games. Like, what else were you gonna like play with the turtles? I guess.
Yeah.
Play with
Turtles,
the
Smash Bros,
But, like,
Spider-Man, Donkey Kong.
All right, all right,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
But like back in those days, Matty, like fighting games,
You guys
like
are also
Mortal-
I mean, like, I'd say probably a little older than me.
You shut your mouth.
I'm 20.
You shut your
I realized there was a woman here, so I caught myself in a hole there. I'm 20 though, so
Oh my god.
I don't know. What am I supposed to say? I'm 20.
I'm only I'm 23, so
All right,
that
so
puts
you
it
were
to
on this earth for 3 years before I entered. You had a foot up on me in the gaming,
Yeah.
3 years. Whatever,
dude.
That's-
Because
What console was Jack and Daxter for?
PS.
Ah!
Yes.
No, was that a disgust sound?
No, that was.
No, I
oh,
can't
yeah.
remember. What was it, Matthew?
Oh, I loved Jack and
Really?
Daxter.
Really? Really?
I like that game. I can't remember what
I thought
console
it
it
was
was on.
fun. Yeah, I thought it was really fun.
No, I'm saying really to loan again. What console?
Oh,
is
no.
it? Matthew.
I-
No, it doesn't. It's disgusting now.
Matthew. I love how disappointed you're getting in me. It's great.
Whatever.
Oh,
You know
man.
what game when I was a kid, it was for Sega, I think, and it was
Yes.
It sounds stupid. It was a Mickey Mouse game, but it was actually really fucking cool. It was called like Mickey's Castle of.
Oh, jeez.
Uh-oh.
She's probably freaking out right now.
Really fun.
Hi.
Is you guys?
Yeah, you're here.
What happened?
It just.
I think it was a
Yeah,
disconnection.
just on your end, but you're good now. We were laughing because we're like, oh god, she's freaking out.
It was a sign. I shouldn't talk about Mickey Mouse's Castle of Illusion.
No, keep talking.
Oh,
No,
I played that.
it's
I
not.
played
And it's a
that.
sign. It says stop talking.
You sure?
I need to Google
I-
Sega Mickey Mouse.
They remade
It's
it.
like-
They remade it on PS3. It was like a free game, and I played it. It's fun. I beat it in a single night.
With the remake?
Yeah, I forgot what it's. I think it's got the same name, like Castle of Illusions or something like that.
Castle of Illusions. Yeah, I see that.
But
And
then-
look, I never played it. I think the remake is World of Illusion, or is that even a different game?
I don't
That's
know.
interesting.
Maybe it's a sequel. I don't know, but they're quite alike. It was fun.
It was
Cool.
it was fun. It was really, it wasn't necessarily my cup of tea, but I don't know. We had it in the house and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" Started playing it and I was like, "Holy shit, this is very imaginative." I quite enjoy this video game. Ming.
Wait, so you grew up playing like these kinds of video games. At what point did
Yeah.
it kind of stop though? Like I know a lot of people go through that, and even for a while, I stopped playing video games and I got back into it.
I don't know. I think it probably stopped when I, stopped having roommates and had to get a normal job, and I was tired.
I know exactly what you mean.
I was like saying, if I don't work my ass off, I'm not going to eat today. And it was like,
Yeah.
I spent my free time sleeping, not, trying to like, fuck level 5. Like, how do I, But
No, that
that
we
was
understand
my whole, that was my childhood was just being, with the kids on my block taking turns playing video games and
those were the
and
great
watching
days.
really watching tons of just movies because we didn't have other things, but we had cable, so it was weird. It was like not a lot of this and that, other creature comforts, but then like cable, we have to have cable. I don't know, we had that.
Yeah. Just like in general conversation, you bring up lines from movies. People. Are like,
I do actually. The more comfortable I get, actually, the more comfortable I get, the more that comes out. In fact, oh my god, the other day I was making my son a snack, and he said, "Mommy, what are you making?" And I said, "It's a surprise." Let me snick it. Which is not even a movie that's like close to my heart. It's just a movie that my brain saw and was like, "Oh, click,"
Yeah.
Record. And he laughed and he was just like, "You're so silly, Mommy. Why did you say it that way?" And my husband pulls him aside and he goes, it was really sweet. He's like, "Yes, buddy. Mommy is very silly. She speaks primarily in movie quotes and song lyrics. Mommy, Mommy's like Bumblebee." And I'm like, "Oh my God, I am like Bumblebee. That's very accurate."
What an awesome metaphor. I love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah. He's always like, "Why are you
Alright.
saying it that way?" It's like, "Oh, it's because I saw a movie a long time ago and now it's just stuck in there."
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Fortunately. Silence! Where's the elevator music?
We're just waiting because this podcast is just known for derailing. I love it. You know what? I love this stuff. So I'll ask the next question so we can try and get back on track. But from your point of view as an experienced actor, you said that you hadn't really dabbled into video games much. It was more TV stuff. But what was it like working with Bethesda, maybe compared to some of the other gigs that you've done in the past?
I mean, they were great, incredibly supportive, and they knew that I hadn't done tons of video games, so they were always saying, if I'd freak out and say, "Oh my God, I'm screwing this up," they were like, "No, you're doing a good job," and the writing's great, and everyone was very kind. So
Well, 2 years is a long time to be involved with one company and doing those sessions. So. It must have been like at the end of it, because I know other like Brian and Courtney felt this way, and Cal, they felt like a family. Would you say that's the same here?
I think perhaps Courtney and Brian had a bit more interaction than I did, but definitely we got closer as time went on, and chatted a bit more between lines as time went on, and joked a little bit more and got more comfortable with each other. Did I say that? Did I say the same thing twice?
No.
No.
I don't
like
know
I love
if
how
I
nervous you're
answered
being,
your
Courtney.
question, but they're great, and it was all just only a positive experience.
Cool.
I would work for them again in a heartbeat. So.
Oh yeah, that's what we like to hear. That's absolutely what we like to hear.
DLC, it's got to happen.
Yeah.
Piper needs more lines in DLC.
That's what I was thinking.
Just spread that, just keep,
I'd be very surprised if that didn't happen. Just coming from a common sense perspective, I would be surprised if they have the companions throwing in lines of dialogue with regards to specific quest lines, and they don't do it in the DLC. That wouldn't necessarily make sense. So that's just my point of view, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know if it's something that we would do in the future, or if it's stuff that we already recorded it and we didn't know it, and they just held it.
Okay.
That's
fair
true.
enough.
I have no idea. That's I'm not hinting at anything. I'm just speculating, just like you.
No, I agree.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So stop. No one draw conclusions from that.
No. Oh my God. Did I get in trouble? No.
No.
Truly, I was speculating.
Speculation is allowed.
No idea.
Speculation's allowed. Yeah.
Capital N-O idea.
Todd Howard calls your phone like, Courtney, you should.
I know. Oh no. See.
So we asked this to everyone because the entire community basically idolizes that man, Todd Howard. Have you ever spoken to him, met him, or anything along those lines?
I have not met him.
Okay.
I have not.
What?
Interesting.
Oh man.
But
It's like a dream of ours. The other night, and this was a serious discussion and conversation that took place. There was the conundrum. My girlfriend and I were talking, and I was like, she was like, if there was a night, like a romantic night, and you had the chance to go out to dinner with me, or Todd Howard had asked you to go out to dinner, who would you choose?
Yo,
and I'm just
screw
like,
her. How dare she put you in that position? Oh my God.
You can't ask that question. Like, Todd Howard is a god in our community, like literally. And I was so I couldn't answer it properly, and I did, and I think she was disgusted in me. But
I mean, there's so much opportunity. God, I sound like a dick too. There's so much opportunity.
can hang out with her
That's
anytime.
yeah, see,
That's what
this
I
is probably why I'm
said.
single, because like I would choose a dinner with Todd Howard probably over a girlfriend. Be like, yeah, well, we can like, I'll take you out somewhere tomorrow. It's fine. Just let me
God.
meet the man, the myth. The
I was
legend.
saying that, and she was just giving me like the evil eyes. I'm like, oh no, I've done wrong, haven't I? I've really done bad. Man.
Oh, Maddie, I have to tell you something.
What's up?
Sup? Sup, girl?
What's going on?
So Bethesda gave me a copy of the game, obviously, but I haven't been able to play it. So it came out, and I was really anxious to see how Piper turned out, how it all turned out, and so I was looking online, and I thought, oh, maybe there's some gameplay footage up or something. I don't know. And your video, your Piper companion video, was actually one of the first times I ever saw her and walking around and talking. And I thought, oh my God, this is amazing. And that link I sent to, my husband, my friends, my family, and all that stuff. So before I even knew that there was a podcast, or you asked me on the podcast or whatever, I had watched one of your videos.
That is fucking awesome. I can't lie.
Maddie's feeling very special right now.
I am in Courtney's life and mingling with her loved ones.
That's brilliant. That is awesome. But Maddie, are you okay? Can you continue with the podcast?
Yes, I'm all right. I can push through here. The overwhelming sense of love and
the right word
intimacy.
to use is
What?
What? I don't know.
smitten.
Did I use
is
the wrong
right...
word? Smitten? What the?
Yeah,
That's
you know
right.
what smitten means? Yeah, there you go.
Smitten.
Courtney agrees. Yes.
I don't know. Yeah.
Sounds like a type of marshmallow or some shit. I had some smittens and crackers.
They have smittens in Australia.
Do that. Wait, what? Courtney, have you ever been to Australia?
I
You should-
have. I've spent quite a lot of time in Australia. But since you
Really?
won't tell me where you are, I don't know if it's down by where you are.
Well,
Yeah,
after
with
the
the
podcast,
with the giant jumping spiders and the bats and the Tim Tams.
See, people just describe Australia as like everything's trying to kill you down there. Like there are animals that
No.
will, like kangaroos will drop kick you in the face.
Yeah.
No,
That's what I got.
actually, my very first trip to Australia, I couldn't sleep, and someone gave me an Ambien. It was the first time I'd taken an Ambien, and I got out. The plane ride's 100 hours long, and I touched down, and the Ambien was wearing off, but I was still kind of like, whoa, what just happened? I get off the plane, and I don't remember going through customs or anything. I don't remember any of that, but I remember exiting the airport, and the doors opened, and there was a person there with a baby kangaroo. No shit.
Oh, you're lying, Courtney.
No,
You're
I swear, I wouldn't lie to you, man.
so stereotypical,
Swear
isn't
to
it?
God.
That's
And
amazing.
I was like, what the fuck? Is this real life? Like, what just... Oh my God. Like, it's real.
Well, no joke. This is a true story. So I was playing tennis with a couple of mates, and slowly, one by one, this horde of kangaroos is like circling the gate where we were. And by the end of the tennis session, there's like 30 kangaroos. I'm like, we can't fucking leave this place. We're
That
gonna
sounds
get killed.
dangerous.
I was about to say, what the fuck? Like these things are
They'll-
crazy, and they're just standing there like waiting for you, like
your
a
face
like a
in.
mob boss waiting to collect his debt or some shit, like just waiting.
There was a video that came up recently of this guy on a bicycle, and he was going down a path, and it's just a bunch of kangaroos like staring him down as he's cycling. Funniest thing ever.
Yeah. We went to an outdoor, like a screening of some movie out in one of the big parks that they have.
Yeah.
What movie was it? Fuck, I can't remember. But we were out there, and I was like, oh, look, wow, it's all those, look at all the birds, the sun's setting, and there's just a beautiful, flock of birds. Those aren't birds, they're bats!
That's the one thing. I literally have bats living near my house. I'm not even lying.
That's
Mhm.
wait, what? That's awful.
That's awful.
Those are terrifying.
It's
Yeah.
fine. They keep to themselves, you know.
You know what's interesting though, Lone?
What?
I had kangaroo jerky.
Oh,
He recorded himself live eating kangaroo jerky.
was it very...
It was tender. Hold on, 1 second.
Because Courtney, like kangaroo meat is something that we all eat here, and kangaroo sausages are actually really nice. They're really
No.
nice.
I didn't eat kangaroo down there. I ate alligator.
You ate alligator? I haven't even had alligator.
It was not great.
Right.
I have to tell you,
So,
it was not great.
It's called kangaroo with beef jerky, buffalo bobs, and
Oh my
the
God.
ingredients are kangaroo.
Kangaroo.
Yeah, no, just
Awesome.
so we all know, it is in fact a kangaroo jerky, beef, salt, flavorings, and then some other scientific shit, and it's definitely the real deal because when I ate this, I was impressed at how not salty it was, and it was very chewy, but it was different, and I had all my family have one just to like really feel out what kangaroo was about, and like no one could pinpoint what was like. It's different, but you don't know what's different about it.
It's nice meat though. Like genuinely, it's actually really, really tasty.
Yeah,
Like Courtney, you gotta try some. You gotta get some
No.
kangaroo jerky.
I don't.
only cost me $20 on Amazon, but it was worth it.
That's brilliant.
Oh man,
But-
no, I did though. I had a wonderful time. It wasn't just all kangaroos and bats and giant spiders. The food was incredible. The people were incredibly kind. I mean, beautiful. We were in Sydney, just like a beautiful place.
Yeah.
For months and months, and
Oh, so you actually like live down here
yeah.
Wow,
You said
okay.
here.
in Australia, down under.
Mm,
And, here I am in New York, freezing my nuts off. Yep.
It's summer over here. Just
Yeah.
letting you
Yeah,
know.
that's still the weirdest thing. I went for a swim. Lone, it's end of November. Yeah, it's summer here. Oh, that makes sense.
yeah.
Every time I
Sunny
tweet
here,
out,
it's like 61 degrees.
And that's the other thing. You guys use Fahrenheit. What is 61 degrees?
Oh,
in
sorry. Yeah, we do, and we're like the only people in the world that do that
Yeah,
practice.
I don't even know how to transfer it to Celsius
don't
without like
either.
Googling it.
You guys use pounds. That confuses the hell out of me.
No.
I don't know. I just don't know anymore. So 61 would be like 10. I don't know.
I don't
anymore.
know, man. It's
we go.
sunny. It's a bit brisk.
16. Okay, so it's like, yeah, all right. That's kind of average, I guess. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
Weather. Talk.
Well, you guys, look, you're always welcome to come down here. I'm trying to get Brian to come down to Australia. Courtney does it, other Courtney, for cons. She goes to New Zealand a lot, and I'm trying to get her to come down here. We'll work on it.
You guys should come to Los Angeles where everybody is, and we should do like a live,
Oh my gosh.
like an in-person.
Talk.
I guess it wouldn't be live, but it would be like, on camera.
Hot.
Maddie, tell her our proposed plan.
Yeah,
Tell
we.
her.
That's the only way I'll taste kangaroo jerky. How about that?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Challenge accepted.
okay.
So
But, yeah.
our plan really isn't a plan, just a fantasy idea, is to
Yeah.
go to LA and have like what we call ham radio live, and it would be me, Lone, and then Noah would be the third guy who's usually here, and we were gonna have Brian be there, and he was gonna face reveal Lone by removing the mask,
Yeah, removing.
and then we would do like a panel or something. And now we have Courtney involved.
Yeah, I'll
Courtney's
do
on
it.
board.
I'll do it.
She's gonna eat kangaroo
I'm gonna
jerky.
eat kangaroo jerky.
On the panel live. That sounds like a great idea. That's
It's
excellent.
expanding,
But we need.
and we're gonna slowly bring in every companion and voice actor we can, who's gonna do something different and unique, and it's gonna be a giant fucking panel.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Fuck yeah.
I wish this could happen. Like, it's a pipe dream right now, like because tickets are so bloody expensive to the States, like it's ridiculous. And the long flights, as you said.
Have you tried swimming?
I get dibs sitting next to Maddie.
Yes.
Whoa, okay. I think Brian would want to sit next to me because he wants the face reveal.
Yeah, he would spend the entire flight just staring at you. That's what he would do. I can imagine him just like, Lone, I can't fucking believe it. Like,
One day it'll happen. Like, and I'm not just saying this. One day it will happen, and we'll all meet, and it'll be a great feel-good moment. I
know.
promise.
It'll be a moment we'll never forget.
There, freeze frame, high five.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. Just everyone like jumping up. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's excellent. All right. Well, we've got. This has been a good podcast. How long have we been here for? About an hour.
Yeah, we are at an hour and uno minuto.
Oh my God, it's a short one.
That's not
Everybody
short.
else's went longer. Mine was just loads of dead air.
Dead.
we like limped to an hour.
Talked about kangaroo jerky. We know how much Maddie loves your character. I mean, what more do we need to know?
Did I even answer all the questions?
Let me check my phone.
I could think of 1,000 questions. I'm not even.
Yeah,
gonna lie.
Lone is Mr. I have 1,000 questions on the spot. I'm like sitting here since last night because, as you know, we are not professionals, and so I'm like, hey guys, we kind of need questions for Courtney tomorrow, and I came up with like 3, and then today I came up with another 2.
I think I only answered like 3 questions.
There were a bunch of other, segues that I contributed. But again, I can think of questions for days. I woke up this morning real early. I'm groggy, and then I see Maddie's message saying, we need to think of more questions. And I'm just tired thinking of stuff to say. Last time I was after a swim, I was thinking of questions for Brian. Before that, I was waiting for a flight thinking of questions for Brian again. It's just the way it goes down.
Yeah, like Lone just is like, all right, yep, I'm in my zone now. 50 questions coming your way. Well, why don't we use some of those questions then? We'll squeeze Courtney dry here.
I don't know. I mean, I just don't. Have you said everything you wanted to say? I don't know. Let's see. Watch now. You start asking the questions, and I don't even have the answers, so it'll be terrible. And then you just rewind back to the hour mark and click and hit end. Finn.
No, we wouldn't. We'll never cut you out, Courtney. Don't be silly.
Click.
So, all right, I'll ask a question then. All right, all right. So, you've played it. You've essentially lived Piper, but have you experienced? Because I know you said you haven't played the game.
No.
Have there been any other characters that you will think, I would have been really good for that role, or I would have liked to have, done that instead of someone else? It could have been a main character or something else.
In this game?
In this game.
No.
No. Okay.
Everybody was cast so perfectly and had such an incredible job. No, absolutely not. I can't picture anybody else in the roles that
I just thought, yeah, you said, I don't want to sound like a dick, but like you said you've been on like TV and stuff. Like what shows? Because I'm unaware. I don't watch. I don't watch much television. I go on YouTube.
You said a lot of like Disney princesses.
No. Like when I go out for when I get voiceover auditions, those are usually different because you go like you record stuff in a booth and things like that, and they're mostly for cartoons and things. Oh my god, I might have an audition.
Oh yes, exclusivity. It excites me.
Will I get in trouble for this?
Would you get in trouble? Oh my god, you were on CSI? Swear, Big Bang Theory. Courtney.
What?
I'm not even. I'm looking at IMDb right now. You were on Criminal Minds. You were on Criminal Minds. Is that a lie, or were you on Criminal Minds?
Are you being?
I love that show. Were you on Criminal Minds?
Yes, about 1,400 years ago, I was on the show The Criminal Minds.
Cool.
I used to watch that shit all the time as a kid. Then it started to terrify me. I was like, no.
Maddie, do you like Gears of War?
Yes. Why?
Because she was Maria in Gears of War 2. Did you know?
I mean, like I like it, but I never played the stories or anything. So
you've done a lot of different stuff.
I have a bit of trivia for the gaming community. The Gears of War is the baby of Cliff Bleszinski, who worked at Epic Games, and now he has his own company. But he and we went to high school together.
Wow.
No way, really?
Yeah, we were both drama club geeks, and he gave me a call one day and he said, "Hey, I have this character in this game, and do you want to come in and do it?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." And I went in and did it, and that was that.
That's
So
awesome.
was that your first video game role?
Yeah, that was my first video game. That was the first job.
That's
Cool.
That's awesome though that you two went to high school. Like it's amazing. So
I
were you guys like
was-
good friends?
I was a freshman and he was a senior.
Okay.
Okay.
But,
Just shows how small this world is, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I
Cliff
know,
Blazinski,
weird.
he's a well-known name.
that's so weird. Yeah, and at our same high school, one of the like a couple years ago, the softball team, the United States softball team, won a gold medal at the Olympics or something a couple years ago, and the catcher, she went to our high school.
So you went to like a very like elite high school.
No!
Where
Is
this
only,
where
where
all the
only,
voice actors go?
where only goats come out of here. Just the,
No, I only went to that high school for a couple months actually.
Really?
It was just public school. It wasn't like a performing arts school or a special sports school. It was just public school. And I went for a couple months and then I moved. But during that time we were all in theater together. Not the softball girl, but we were in theater together.
An MLB player who won a World Series championship actually went to my high school. I will not specify the player because I don't want them to know what high school I went to, but it's pretty cool.
Everyone's like Googling high schools with MLB players. I'm about to say MLG. I'm sorry.
MLG, wow, you are a fucking...
No, I wanted to ask because predominantly your, I guess, resume has been TV shows. How different is it, the TV shows versus video games? Like, what are the main differences in terms of recording lines and being in those roles?
TV is really fast.
Yeah,
it's really fast. You get it hopefully on the first take. Maybe you'll get a second take. And if if it's still fucked, if you're lucky and you have time, you'll get a third take. But you better get it right, and you have to move on because you have to make your day. Because they're making a new one every week or every 8 working days. True Blood, we had 14 days to shoot an episode, which is crazy. Like that's usually you have like, between like 5 and 8.
Okay.
And they had 14 days to shoot an episode, which is just absolutely wonderful and but crazy. Like that's not normally how life is. So you had more time. We all had more time to really, let the moments play out and really, sit with those emotions and let them, let everything flow like how you can in a film.
Yeah.
But mostly, usually TV is just like, hey, nice to meet you. Whoa, okay, let's go. And so with a video game, like I said, I worked on this game for 2 years.
Yeah.
So you definitely have more time to just do it and do it and do it and do it until you get it right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an incredible luxury because sometimes, you could be working on a show and, shit's happening and, things are going crazy and you get your take and then they're like moving on and you're like, no, take, burn it. Oh God. Oh no. I don't want anybody to see this ever. I'm never seeing this from the beyond. I hope nobody sees it ever.
I'm sure, like, were there any moments where you look back on a role that you had in a TV show and you thought, I could have done better at that. Damn it.
Sure. My first, couple jobs, I can't even watch any of that stuff. It's just so horrifying. It's just
really
bad because I was just so nervous and just the worst.
I remember Brian was telling us how I think his first ever gig was for like, didn't he say like Kung Fu Panda or some shit?
It was
he
something
said
like
he had
that,
like a ball in his throat when he was talking. He was like sweating.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask,
nerve-wracking.
like, was that like similar for you in your first audition or what have it?
Oh my God! Like I don't get nervous now. I've been,
You've been around the block.
I'm doing all right.
you're doing all right.
and audition very frequently, but and fortunate enough to do so. But back in the day, I'd get like one audition every 3 months or something. It was like like, oh my God, I have an audition. Oh, wow. I'm going to buy new clothes for it. Ah. And then there's all this build up because you don't know when you're going to get the next one. And I would go in and just, oh God, the pressure, and my hands would shake. So then the paper would shake. So then I'd be like, yeah, the suspect came into the room 445. Oh God! Like it was just.
Can we do a retake, please?
The worst. But you start finding out what works for you, and you also start getting more comfortable letting go of all the bullshit and just being truthful and coming to a character from where you are in that moment, instead of having to like put something on, ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
And and then hopefully you start working more, and then you start, work begets work, and you audition more, and it just becomes, now it's like not even a thing. I go in, I don't know, that's a room full of strangers, and I'm like, hey, what's up? Let's do this. And then I leave, and I don't think about it. Whereas,
Really?
before, when you had like one audition every 3 months, you go home and you're just like, you're like rolling around on your bed with like all your pillows, like, no, they hate me. So
this is my chance to get all my TV questions answered, because like,
sure,
I'm trying to think. Like, I'm thinking to myself here. I sit there and watch, like, for example, I'll watch like Gotham, and I'm thinking, like, when they do like a new season, like, do they record all of the new seasons? Like, okay, let's say I'm watching season. I'm trying to think how to word this. I'm watching season 2. Are you guys already working on season 3, or are you still working on like episodes during season 2 for like the future?
No. Like, so first of all, just to be clear, I am not on Gotham.
Oh yeah, no, I was just saying that's like a show I do watch.
Like, right. So no, because, and especially during TV, man, especially network TV, fuck, like you don't know if you're gonna have a job. Like, if for a new show, you don't know if they're going to pick up the rest of the season's episodes. And then once you get to, depending on the ratings, once you get done shooting that season and you go on hiatus, you don't know if your show's if it's a new show, you don't know if that show's going to be renewed. You don't know if you're going to get picked up. You don't know if you're going to, be employed or be unemployed, and then for how long you're going to be unemployed for. So no.
Interesting. That's slightly terrifying.
Yes, slightly. It's incredibly terrifying.
It's from what I've heard from yourself and Brian and Courtney, the voice acting industry is such a peaks and troughs kind of way of life. Would that be the best way to describe it? Or right now, because you're a seasoned veteran, you're just constantly in gigs and you're just killing it?
Well, I'm working right now, but you feel good when you're working, and then that show ends, and you go, oh God, like I wonder. It's just basically like on to the next one. I wonder what the next one's going to be, and
yeah.
But I'm sure every actor has that feeling of like, am I ever going to work again? Oh God, I don't. No, I think everybody feels that way, whether you're just beginning or whether you feel like, okay, I am a working actor. That feels good, but you don't feel. I would say, even though you're a working actor, that you feel any sense of security, because there are no guarantees. You, just because you worked a ton, last year, doesn't mean you're going to work at all this year. Nothing means anything. So yeah, it is. What did you say? Peaks and valleys.
You said like
feast or famine.
I don't know. Like, what did you say? Like, you said like peaks and you said something with the T.
Trough.
Yeah.
Peaks and troughs. Do you not know what troughs means?
I sound like an idiot. I realize I sound like a fucking idiot this entire podcast, but that I don't know. A trough?
Trough.
So like a low point.
A trough.
Trough.
Sounds like a type of chocolate.
Not a trough.
Like a
hey.
You think everything sounds like food, Matthew?
Yeah, well,
like Smittens. Like, I can get some Smittens right now.
Smittens.
Does that not roll off the tongue nicely though? That sounds right.
It does.
Smittens and troughs.
Speaking of which, You guys got to get some Tim Tams. Those are just
They're
great.
good. Bite the
They're very
corner.
good.
Bite the corners, and then soak up some coffee with it. Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
here's another thing,
man.
Courtney. Did you have Vegemite when you were down in Australia?
Man, I did, and I'm just not cool enough to like it. I think.
No.
I'm
Did you
not
do
hardcore
it right?
cool enough. I had
Okay.
an Australian do it for me, like prepare it properly with the correct amount on the
Okay.
and I just man, I could not get down with that.
So, Maddie, I don't know if you know what the hell Vegemite is,
I
but
remember
if you,
with Courtney Taylor, you guys talked about Tim Tams and Vegemite for a long while, and I'm like, right.
So it's essentially like if you even YouTubed it, people do Vegemite taste testing and reaction videos because it tastes so bad. But because people when they prepare the toast, they put like heaps on it. Like it's not like butter. You can't just like slather it
It's
on.
a really thin amount that I
Really thin amount with butter.
So,
Courtney,
is
Courtney,
it good
Courtney.
if everyone's
Sorry.
doing like reaction videos to it and shit? Is it actually good or is it bad?
Well, it's not like yogurt and you stick your spoon in and eat mouthfuls of it. It's kind of like salt. It's like
It's very salty, but also something
Courtney.
else. There's another quality to it that I can't. But you know what I think? Why you like it is because it's probably a bit makes you have good memories from your childhood. No.
That's
So
true. That is very
there are
true.
all like funky things that we had as children, and actually they're probably quite disgusting, but we have this sense of nostalgia when we eat them. So I
Like
think that
kangaroo
because
sausages.
right, and I think because we didn't, as Americans, we didn't grow up with it. The taste is just so foreign and such an acquired taste that you're just like, oh God, I can't.
All right, well, here's an example for you guys: peanut butter and jelly. I don't get it.
You don't get it?
What?
I don't get it. You guys have it in the same jar. That doesn't make sense to me. What is
wait,
it?
What?
Like,
No, we don't. We have peanut butter and jelly separately.
No,
No,
but
they're
there are some
jars.
brands that put it in the same jar
What?
just to be extra disgusting.
What?
What? All these things. And Maddie's like,
What? I go grocery shopping too. What the fuck is this?
what is this peanut butter jelly swirl you're speaking
Like, I
of?
offered to my mom. I'm like, Mom, I love grocery shopping. Let me go. And like, I'm looking at all the new shit. I'm not seeing peanut butter and jelly inside the same jar. What the fuck is wrong with this world, man?
okay, well, regardless of whether it's in the same or the different jar, you guys still combine them. That doesn't make
Yes.
sense to me. Why? Is that like a nice consistency and texture? Like, it's weird, isn't it?
Very
It's the
tasty.
combination of flavors that.
Okay.
It's,
All right.
It's
fair enough.
very good. I mean, dude, you're talking to the guy who eats like peanut butter just solely out of like a cup. Like, I love peanut butter.
Now
Okay.
now I want
This
one.
is one thing. Well, Reese's peanut butter cups. When I went to America a couple of times,
I thought you said racist peanut butter cup. Where are you? That's awful. Why would you buy that?
If there was a thing called racist peanut butter cups, I'd be done. I'd be done with life. No, Reese's peanut butter cups. You guys know what I'm talking about. Those great
yes.
little
What are
things.
those?
Yes.
Psych, psych. I knew you guys would actually believe me.
I was
gotcha.
gonna say, Matthew. Can you guys send me some? That would be very nice of you.
They're all right. I mean,
Then-
how about Three Musketeers are pretty good.
I have no idea
like
what that is.
Snickers. Put the Snickers in the freezer.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
Wait.
the snack size. The snack size Snickers. Put it in the freezer. That's my jam.
You're not the same.
Snickers
when you're
in the
hungry.
freezer?
Yeah.
It's like ice cream after that.
Well, it's like
I have a feeling
Orange, like-
that I'm gonna land in America when I do come, and this place will just feel foreign to me, completely like a different world
never been?
altogether. I've been twice.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's possible for me to come back soon
I
and
mean-
meet all the crew. Maddie wants me to. I know that.
Obviously. kind of talk to you on a weekly basis, and like both Courtney and Brian are like, well, you don't even know like what he looks like or anything, but yeah, you still do this with him. I'm like, yeah, I do.
He'll show up at the airport with a red rose in his lapel.
I'm literally gonna intentionally hold a sign just with like a kangaroo's face on it. That's how I'm gonna find him.
And I'll know. I'll
Yeah,
know
and Lone will know
who
it
it
is
is. Yeah.
me. I'll just be standing there waiting for him, just looking around. Where is he? That's another thing, because I've only been on a plane once, believe it or not. And like I went to San Francisco, and I'm on the plane. I get off, and I see like people actually like holding signs for other people. I'm like, Oh shit, this isn't just a movie thing. I have a lot to learn, as you can tell.
You've been on a
San
plane
Francisco.
once.
Where do I have to go?
Oh my god.
Where do I have to go is the real question.
Oh.
Like, I'm not just gonna get up one day and be like, I think I'm gonna go to Arizona today. And I'm gonna buy some plane tickets and I'm gonna start packing.
Okay, true. I get that. Well, Courtney, you must fly a lot because of your roles, correct?
I do.
Yeah.
No, don't like it. Maybe though. Hopefully, teleportation will be.
Yes, please.
I
Invented
love
it.
flying
Just
though.
do that.
It's a great. I don't know. It makes me feel cool. I don't know. It's a childhood thing. I loved flying when I was a child because it's like I'm going on an adventure, and I still get that every time.
Good for you.
Yeah, I don't.
I know.
I'm not
I'm
I'm
with-
not a fan of it. I have to like absorb myself in whatever I am doing, so I don't realize that. Oh my gosh, I'm so high in the sky right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Blah.
Well, I guess I'm just a weird one then. Fine.
Well, there's really nothing wrong with planes.
Like-
I would rather put it this way. I would rather drive across America if I had the chance to instead
would
of
too.
flying. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm, born and raised in Southern California, so that's that's what we do. We drive, and my car.
Well, I remember when I was in America. I think we drove from somewhere to Lake Tahoe, and it was just a real long fucking drive, but awesome. Like, and you Americans, you have a thing for like big trucks. I don't know what it is. Everyone just loves big trucks over there.
It's a
And
stereotype. It's really not true.
I swear it is. I swear.
Like, are you talking about like the big trucks that carry like the fuck? There's like an actual name for it, but
Okay, wait. So let's put it this way. In Australia, we barely have any Hummers, but in America, like every fucking second person has a Hummer.
Well, you know what that is, right? You know what they say about like dudes with like big cars and nice cars, right? Like,
Yeah.
They're compensating for something.
Yes.
Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
it's
Back in
absolutely.
the day when I was single, if a guy, I was dating a guy once, and he got a new car, and he was so proud of it. And it was a sports car. It was a Porsche or whatever. And man, I just
Kind of judging.
not into
himself.
it. I'm not into
Yeah.
it. Just not into it. I just can't. Blah.
I drive.
You have like spiky gels here as well
I
with a
drive a
tank
crappy
top.
car, Courtney. Just so you know. So.
I'm into it. Yeah. Pictures
Just throwing that out there.
happy car. Woo! No, I mean just like an understated, just like it's a car.
Mhm.
It can be I mean, you obviously you work hard, you want to be successful and you want to have nice things. So obviously great, you can get a nice car. But it's a fucking car. Like
I know.
just
Oh my
why
god.
does it
I
have
thought
to be
it was
like,
the same
oh
way.
yeah.
Because my best
I drive
friend.
a Lamborghini. It's like, what? Why?
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Because my best friend, love him to death, but
Stop.
like he was like hell bent, like he had to have like the nicest car he could get, and he got it in like 2013, but it was like a 2012 sports car. It's beautiful. It's a really nice car, but now
Yeah.
he's like paying off car payments. He can't stand his car.
Yeah,
but like he
why?
was so obsessed with getting a nice car, and like he's a confident guy. He's not like self-conscious. I don't think he was compensating for anything like we joked about, but. I was just like, for me, I when my parents and I were out like shopping for a car for myself, I was just like, they're like, what do you want? I'm like, just the thing that gets me from point A to point B. Like, I really don't care. Just as long as the thing doesn't fucking break down and it gets me to where I need to go and it's not completely like abysmal. Like, I want at least a decent car, but I don't need a fucking crazy nice sports car that I'm gonna whip around corners and fucking rev my engine and shit.
I respect that. Well, especially here, like where we live, it's like there's traffic all the time. But like what the fuck are you gonna do? Like, it goes from 0 to 60 in like 2 seconds. Who fucking care? You can't do that anyway. Like, it's just, what are you doing? Please stop. Oh God, I can't take it. It's just it frustrates me. I don't like it at all.
Yeah, people take so much pride in their cars, and I mean, I'm not a car guy. You could try to ask me anything about the inside and out of a car, I couldn't even tell you.
Me either.
I'm so bad.
Not impressed.
So bad.
Well, I would never get the whole I'm going to spend more on my car than on my house kind of thing.
Oh
Like,
my god. My friend is trying to decide between getting a new gaming PC or rims for his car. I'm like, what are you doing? Get the fucking computer. You want to be a computer science major? Get the computer. Your rims, is that really like, does that make or break for your career right now? Do you, dude, my car's gonna look nice though. Oh, that's great.
Oh.
Good shit.
It's like getting a new pair of shoes.
Yeah. Fuck.
Oh my god, that's
Hey
brilliant.
man, whatever, whatever makes you happy.
No, that's true though.
I don't want to sit here and like we're like making fun of people who like their fancy schmancy,
One day I'd like to have a
yellow
nice.
sports cars. But like if that's if that makes you truly happy, man, like cool, go do it. But if it doesn't make you truly happy and you're just hoping it will, like maybe you have to take a look at that. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Getting a nice car, and then there's the way you drive it. Like you can tell some people the way they drive cars, and like, oh, you're an absolute cockhead, aren't you? But
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's all about priorities. Like growing up, I think I'd want a nice house first that I wouldn't have to be paying off for a while. Like the car would come last.
Yeah.
Like house, family, like I don't know what else I could think of. I'm not an adult, and then the car will come last.
how do you not have a girlfriend yet, Maddie? How do you not have a girlfriend
I
yet?
don't know. I mean, I kind of dumped the one I had, so like, so
Oh. Why?
why?
Yeah.
Are we gonna bring this up live?
Yeah, by all means. I don't like long distance relationships,
Okay.
and I was just not into her. I'm not
Well,
like
then why
I'm
did
not
you
like
start
that though. That's the
dating her?
thing.
Hey, why did you start dating her if you weren't into her?
Well, because I was.
Oh.
I was. Whoa.
Tough questions.
No, it's fine. Because I was really into her, but then when she went away, she was here for like 2 months, and then she was gone for 3. So I really saw less of her than as much as I did of her, and I thought it would be enough where I was like, oh, well, we'll push through this. But like, I talked to Lone about it a couple of times. I was like, I can't do this. I was like, I kept saying, no.
I can vouch for Matty. Like he was genuinely torn. He really was.
I was like, I can't stand this, and it doesn't upset me when I think about it, but just during that time, I was just like, fuck this. Part of me really didn't even care. And so I feel a lot better, like happier wise, when I broke up with her. Not because she was a bad girlfriend by any means, but just because I was so tired of like, I want to say being committed, but like I just, at the end of it all, I really didn't care. And that's not me. I'm a nice guy. I'm really, I'm
very nice. Like I didn't care.
no.
Bitches, man.
No, I don't talk like that.
Why are you guys single by choice, man?
I like.
That's exactly how I read messages from Maddie. Like, oh, bruh.
Well, like I don't give a shit.
No. Honestly, though, at the time, because like Maddie and I, we talk about stuff all the time. He was genuinely torn, and it's just one of those things where, if there's no end goal in sight, like I believe Maddie that she was never going to come back to the place where you
right.
live.
So she's like never gonna come back. Why are you like? Why?
Yeah, she'd come back for a month. Then go back to school, because it was like a school thing, and she was like 20 hours away. So
that's hard.
long.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
long.
I don't want to say it was like I wanted to wait till it was the right one, but like I wanted to, if I'm gonna do long distance with someone and like I'm not really into it, even when like I had to like she was gonna come back soon, and I was like I'm just not into this. Then I figured like, okay, I should put this thing to rest, or else I'm being the dick now and just leading her on, and so I just had to cut it off when I did.
See that, Courtney? He does have values. He does. Have good values.
Did I give off impressions that I did?
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Wow.
Sorry, ladies.
No, I will
Maddie
confidently
just
say.
can't be bothered.
No,
Oh.
I'm still on the market. I'm still on the market. Still looking. Ladies. How about
Tell the internet.
yes?
What is your ideal lady?
Fuck. I don't know. I used to like see during high school. I'm now in my 3rd year of college, but during high school, I used to be like, I slammed the table. I gotta date the gamer girl. That's why I was like, I had to date a girl who was kind of like me. Now I'm like I will date. This no, I can't say it like that. That would come out wrong. I was about to say I'll date anyone. No, I meant like.
Does she have a pulse?
Yeah. No, I meant like I'd say
I love it.
someone. I'm more about like personality first, then looks. How I think it should be. I want a girl can be a 10 out of 10, but if she's a bitch and I can't stand being around her, then fuck off.
Absolutely.
But,
Same with the guy, Like
yeah, exactly. But I know for most guys to girls, it's usually like, oh, is she hot? All right, that's fine, cool. But for me, so for me, it's like you know, because I've dealt with a lot of shitty girls in my day. I think
I've dealt with a lot of women, guys.
no, like
that is true.
my friends will vouch for me. I've had some really bad runs with some of these women, and so first thing I look for is, are they genuine? Like, are they compassionate? Do they give a shit? Are they, you know, no matter what's going on? So I like that. I like someone with just general interest. It doesn't have to be the same interest as me. If you like whatever, as long as you're into something and you do something with yourself.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I like a relatively smart and funny girl. Like, I don't like Mrs. Stern who can't joke around. You know. Can't stand that. I don't have like, I don't want to say I don't have high standards, like as if like I don't have standards at all, but like I don't put these girls up on pedestals because I know so many of them get like nervous because of how guys can be today. I just kind of try to give a fair chance if they give me a fair chance, because, you know, I know everyone looks for chances and so many people are based off that like first impression kind of shit, and it's like, well, you know, why don't you roll with the ball for a little bit and see how it goes?
I think you're gonna find someone special one day, Matthew. I believe.
I mean, I also think it's hard right now. You know, you said you're in the third year of college, and it's, you know, it's hard to, you know, it's good that you said you want to find somebody that doesn't necessarily have to be interested in what you're interested in, and that they have their own passions and that they're excited about something, whether it's fucking rocks. Like, who cares? They're like, I love rocks.
Well, that's the thing,
I want a pet rock.
Like, you just want someone to be excited, not to be like, Maddie, you like video games? I like video games too. What, you like Fallout? Oh, I like Fallout too. Yeah, me too. Yeah. And it's like you can tell that that's bullshit if it's not real, and it's tiresome. But it's hard. I think. I don't know. You know, girls are taught from a very young age, whether it's explicit or implied, that we have to be agreeable, and it's, you know, as you're growing up, it's hard to shake that. So it's very much like, oh, if you like that, I like that. And it's really, it comes with, because that doesn't happen to boys. You know, boys like, yeah, go fucking conquer the world, do what you want, be yourself. You know, it's not like you're encouraged to smile or not, you know, don't be bossy or don't be bitchy or whatever. Don't be disagreeable. But for a girl, you have to reach a certain point where you're like, fuck it. Like, I don't care. I am myself. And if you don't like it, fuck you. And, you know, it's a process, you know? So, I think it's good that you, I think you're looking for the right thing. Somebody that is into their own thing and genuinely passionate about whatever it is. Well,
yeah, that's the thing, because there's this one girl. It was in my junior year of high school.
Something that just what you like, that's bullshit.
Yeah, like I realized I like girls with a passion when I was like in high school, and it was so awkward because my friend made it awkward. But I'm standing there with my friend in chemistry class, and this girl is like a fucking kick-ass artist, like, and you can tell like the way she draws and stuff, like she can draw up anything, and she really got into it. And so she's like showing me one of her drawings. My friend's standing next to me. I'm like, is this what you're like really passionate about? Like, is this kind of what you're deeply into? And my friend gave me one of the, you know, put me on the most awkward position where he was like, the fuck did you just say to her? And like, she kind of looked at me funny. I'm like, oh, like, so like a lot of girls don't even, it seems like, think of it that way.
Think of, what do you mean?
Like that things aren't like a passion. I don't know. It was really weird though.
I think that's important though, to be able to find someone. And again, it's not necessarily sharing the exact same interests as you, but if you can see that spark in their eye when they talk about something and what they're passionate about, I don't know. I find that just to be genuine, and I can find myself connecting with that person, even though it's not something that I would like. For example, like my girlfriend and I, we share vastly different things. She had no idea about video games coming into it, but she's seen the passion that I shared, that I had with video games. And, you know, she can relate to that on that kind of level, in the fact that I have something that I'm so passionate and that I love. You know what I mean? So whatever it is, it's good to see that in other people.
It's something anyone can relate over. I think that's kind of what it kind of boils down to.
Yeah. And that'll never go away. Like, if someone is incredibly excited about something, no matter what it is, and that is what, you know, sets their heart on fire, that's who they are. They're not going to lose that. So if you see that, be like, yes.
Yes.
Someone with goals.
Yeah. If you want someone that's just like, here you go. Yeah, I'm really agreeable. You're going to get bored of it.
I love when you do that voice. It's fun. No, on like, which podcast was it, Maddie? When I did my American impression, and I did like an impression that you said was a Valley Girl impression.
Yeah.
Do you
That was
remember
Noah who said that.
It's like, I was like, oh my god, how are you? Like, apparently I do that kind of. I'm being so offensive right now. I apologize.
No, not that.
No, so many girls. Speaking of girls, so many of the girls in the Fallout fandom are fucking kick ass and amazing. Like they're so
yes.
great.
Oh,
And
they're kick ass.
and
They're awesome.
smart and passionate and fucking. I love you, ladies. Ladies.
I can name like many people like that I even follow on Twitter, like that are girls and that play Fallout, that are just awesome people. Maddie, you know what I'm talking about? Like Kat, Anira, Rachel, Ellie. They're just awesome people. And then to the stage where like, fuck, can we just meet somewhere and just chill? Like,
Yeah.
I would love to meet a bunch of Fallout fans one day because, you interact with them on the internet and then you're like, oh, God, I actually want to see you in person. I mean, you seem like a cool, but genuine girl or guy. So, yeah.
These girls, they're gamers too, and they want to play, and they don't give a fuck, and I just love it. I love it.
Yeah. And it's not like, oh, you're a girl and that you like games. We're like, no, you're cool.
No, I'm
you
a
like
human
games.
being.
I'll admit though,
Yeah.
I still get like, because I think it's such like a common thing that like girls are supposed to not like, or I don't want to say not like, but are not supposed to play games or whatever. And I still, when a girl tells me like, yeah, I play video games, I still get a little caught off guard. I'm like, oh shit, really?
It's a societal
Not like
thing.
what the fuck,
that's
you're a
just-
girl,
yeah.
you should not be doing that. It's more so like, oh, that's fucking awesome, like a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I encourage it.
I
Well,
encourage
girls
it.
playing video games. No, but it is a societal thing that's still happening. It's kind of this, oh, you're a girl and you play video games. That's such a surprise, where I'm hoping that we're actually deviating away from that, where it's not such a thing, oh my God, like you play video games, but you're a girl. Like, I hope that we're trying to get away from that, where we just see people as a human that has interests. And if they're video games, then they're video games,
Exactly, yeah. I saw your tweet the other day, Maddie. I saw it.
What did I say?
What did you say? You said that the females are pissing you off or whatever.
Oh! What was that?
I don't make that a secret.
What was that about?
They can still piss me off, man.
That's the thing, but it's just like if someone's being an asshole to you, like they're just being an asshole. It doesn't mean that everybody's like that. Or if I encounter someone who's a fucking dickhead, it doesn't mean that all guys are like that. It just means that person's a fucking dickhead.
A fucking dickhead.
Yeah, it's
No,
we're all
you're
just
right.
people, man. We're all just here on this rock trying to
Rise and grind.
we're doing our best.
No, exactly.
But
I think
it must be hard though, man. Like you're dating and just with social media and everything like that. Back in the day where you break up with someone and then like they fall off the face of the earth, and now it's like, you know what, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, and then what? They're like,
yeah, I try to
look. Remember this at this time last year.
You became friends with...
your ex-girlfriend's face. You're like, oh.
I was almost over you. Damn it.
I think the worst was when
Holidays.
I think the worst was when Facebook was a big thing. I don't know if it is for you guys, but like here where I am, like it's really like not as popular anymore, and I don't even go on it. No one does. Everyone's on Twitter where I live at least. But like when it was on Facebook, when like you broke up with someone, it's like so and so is now single, and like you go through it for like a couple of months, and like you think you're finally getting over them. And for me, like it was with my first girlfriend. All of a sudden, like it says like so and so is now in a relationship with so and so. I'm like, fuck! Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Fuck
even if
you.
you're over it, you're like, no.
It's like, what does he have that I don't?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Man, that's
But yeah, that's the thing. It's tough. Like I've experienced a bunch of times where I'm just like on Facebook or whatever it is, and then a photo of an ex will come up. I'm like, oh, I really didn't need to see that.
Yeah.
I really did not want to see that right now.
Yep.
Because it floods all those emotions back and those memories back. You're like, oh, damn it. I thought I got over
you
this.
like unfollow, or is that rude? Or are you just like,
It's kind of...
Everyone's like, oh, it's so
not
rude.
proper
I'm like,
etiquette?
I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck. Like, if I don't want to see that shit, I'll just unfollow you.
Well, the thing you can do is, like, on Facebook, you can still be friends, but unfollow them, and they don't really know that you've unfollowed them. So that's a thing. You can do that.
I mean,
But you guys don't use Facebook anymore.
I mean, for me, if you're like going out, like right after a breakup, and like you see the girl like partying and like kind of putting herself out there right away, and like you're just trying to get over it, you know, even though you initiated it. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna like spare myself here, you know, and work through this myself. So I'm just gonna unfollow, unfriend.
Just
like,
go play video games.
Yeah.
It's rough. It's rough. Sorry.
Oh no, I'm fine. It helped. I was like, okay, I guess I can go back in the game now.
It's
That
therapeutic.
was quick.
Oh, that's great. You see what I mean, Courtney? We can just bullshit on for hours on this podcast. It's a thing.
You would have thought I'd be getting love advice from Piper, right?
Hey, you know, I'm very curious and I'm nosy, so.
Oh, by all means, ask away.
No, it's good. That's good. Yeah.
I want to know
Well,
about your kangaroo jerky eating habits and your social media
Outburst.
etiquette.
He posts a video on Twitter directed to me showing him eat. Because there's this joke, Courtney, that I'm a kangaroo because I'm faceless. Everyone just associates me with kangaroos, right?
Okay.
So that's the joke. That was the implied thing. So like Maddie's like eating my brethren or something.
I'm like, your family tasted good, bitch.
Oh, we're such weird people. I love it.
Like that's why I don't know, because I found out Twitter could take videos. And I think I found that out when I first like took off the helmet and just like sighed at you because like you called me something really stupid, and like you know like I took it off, I just dropped the helmet, like really?
Loan.
Yeah, like, get better than that.
How long are the videos?
Like I think you can go like for 15 seconds.
Yeah, they're relatively short.
How long are Instagram videos? Is it longer?
15.
It's just like 15. Vine. Is Vine still a thing? It was.
Vine's still 6-second videos. Yeah, I saw the best Vine video the other night. It was it was Shaquille O'Neal in like his rookie season, and he went to dunk the ball,
And he broke the glass.
He broke the glass, and he takes the
Fell on his back.
fucking rim back. You know, when he hits his head on the ground, I lose it.
Oh, ow.
I gotta watch that real quick. Hold on.
Big man.
Oh, masochistic, man.
Dude, I'm telling you that.
I love seeing him in pain. I still love it.
Well, because I mean, yeah, I can't lie. Like that's probably if there's one thing that's like fucked up about me, I kind of laugh when
I love watching people fall down.
like when I know they're okay.
Of others is amusing
Like
to me.
when I know they're okay, then it's really funny to me. Hold on. Once my phone.
Love it. Love it.
Because
Oh, I have a question for you guys.
go for it.
Yes.
How long have you been doing this podcast?
30
How
minutes.
old is the Ham Radio podcast?
It's
Can-
gonna.
Oh, we have to get the specific date. Our first podcast with a fucking train wreck. I do remember that.
Really?
It was so bad. Like the quality was off. I had a shitty microphone. There was a lot of dead air. Like a lot of the times.
Really?
I want to find it. Yeah, like, didn't you think?
Dead air in this? I'm so. Oh God.
Well, that's up to. Well, here we go. All right, number one, Ham. This was about Bethesda's E3 conference, and it was
Okay.
February 15th, 2015.
So
Oh my
almost
God!
a
This
year.
is new.
Yeah.
It's still relatively new, yeah.
What? Whoa.
Did we just give you a mind blown there, Courtney?
Well, I thought this was like a thing, I don't know. What do you guys? Okay, so it's new. So what do you guys? So you're like, let's do a podcast. This will be fun. And then ultimately, what do you aspire to do? Tell me your hopes and dreams.
We talk about this a lot, don't we, Matthew?
Yes.
So this is how it started. I don't know if Maddie approached me or I approached Maddie, but we started talking about this back in 2014. I think it was like around December. Yeah. And we tossed around the idea, and then Christmas was coming up, all that, so we decided to wait. And then I came back from my holiday, and then Maddie and I stopped talking about it for a while. Then I came back. I was like, oh, yeah, so we're going to do this podcast. And Maddie's like, oh, my God, I thought you forgot. Yes, let's do it. So we started it, and initially, the intention was, well, maybe we can get other YouTubers on. And that's what we started doing for a bit. We got a lot of other Fallout YouTubers. And then we thought, okay, well, let's just ask people, who were involved in community projects. So we had the director of Fallout, Linnaeus, which is like a... What are you laughing at?
He's checked out. He's just watching Vines on his phone.
He's watching Vines. Anyway, I'm
Yeah.
talking to Courtney.
Okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
I just had to see it twice. Okay.
So anyway, there was this fan made film essentially, and we got the director onto there. We also got someone who was creating this huge mod for Fallout, and then I can't remember the first person that we got that was actually involved with the official Fallout games. I believe it was Brian. But then it was a snowball from there, and then we just got a bunch of great guests like Courtney, yourself, Cal, and it's just been a whirlwind since then. Would you agree, Matty?
Yeah, because it was like it started small, and like when it really caught on, because like I don't like using the word, but when like Lone Noah and I had like good chemistry, we'll call it. You know, we really hit it off though. Like we all clicked together because Noah and I are best friends, and then Lone like really fits well, and like we all just are great friends now. Unlike a lot of podcasts that kind of just, hey, business. All right, yeah, we're on. We got like a couple of minutes. Let's do this. And you know, so we started out small, like just YouTubers, and then like someone had to kind of like open the door for us. You know, like just be like, you know, this is a podcast worth coming on. I guess is kind of what it would dignify. And when the male protagonist came on before launch, a lot of people were like, oh shit, like you know. Maybe I should start listening to this, and then like other voice actors start coming on, and you know, it kind of grew from there. I guess for the future, you know, we always talk about, you know, we always want to keep it like focused on Bethesda because that's what we are.
Yeah.
But we like doing this where like people stay for just this basic chatter where you know we don't have to talk about what the fuck is going on with Fallout 4. You know, we just want to like talk about whether it's gaming. We talked about relationship advice just like 15 minutes ago.
In this very podcast,
Yeah, it's like
got interviewed. You got my interview.
Yeah, ask away. We don't mind. People probably have questions out there that we have missed.
Yeah. I mean, even Brian was surprised. I guess surprised is the wrong word, but he's like, are your fans going to care that we're not talking about Fallout? And like, they're going to eat this stuff up. And you should have seen the response. And I think something similar will happen with this podcast. Mm-hmm. Like, as much as we are Fallout fans and Bethesda fans, at the end of the day, we still just like, you know, watching entertaining stuff and funny stuff. And I hope that's what we offer here at H.A.M. Radio. So I guess, that we're just cruising along right now, trying to get on great guests. Yeah. That's our intention. I don't know if we have a long-term goal. We do want to do a live podcast, though.
Game?
Just bigger,
bigger, better. Yeah. Live podcasts would be great.
Because like the issue is like we always want to do a live podcast, but like it's so much easier because we can like change up times and accommodate like whoever comes on. We can just be like, yep, you just name a time on whatever weekend is good for you, and we'll be there. You know.
Yeah.
Where if it's live, it's like, okay, we got this slot open for you on this fucking weekend, so if you can come through, by all means, you know, you're invited. Like,
isn't there like a video game channel on the TV?
I know
Idiot Box.
I know ESPN put a esports tournament on at one point or another.
Isn't there there's like a video game channel?
There used to be. Sarah Underwood was on it. There was like Attack on something or
Attack the Show. It was Attack of the Show, and then I think it was Attack of the Show. Then G4. You had like Adam Sixler. Yeah.
G4 was it.
So, but those kinds of, I don't know, I feel video games, because streaming has become so predominant, I just don't feel like the genre, if you will, fits with the traditional notions of TV, especially because TV is going downhill a little bit and streaming is just ridiculously popular. Like, especially esports as well. And, you know, if this was to become a live podcast on Twitch, for example, and, you know, even maybe roll it out to iTunes, because I know, like, for example, with Funhouse, with Rooster Teeth, they have all their podcasts go up in iTunes and stuff. So
I have no idea how people do that. Everyone's like, hey, Matt, when's the podcast going on iTunes? I Google how to put podcast on iTunes, and I'm seeing all this thing about like RSS feeds and shit. I'm like, what the hell? What am I doing right now?
So it's podcast, but it's going up on YouTube.
Yeah. That's basically like our only form. Like, we're looking in the SoundCloud. We're just really bad with stuff. Because
And we're not professional.
Yeah, because
that's the one thing.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Like, I think it works.
2 hours in,
Yeah.
we are not professionals.
But it works to our advantage because it makes our guests comfortable when we know we're not like suiting up here and like, okay, click the papers on the desk. All right, down to business.
Yeah.
We just like to hang out, and it's not making an excuse for our laziness, by the way. But I'm just saying, we like to just keep it casual and not really stray too far from what we like to do. Because
no, definitely, I agree with that.
The fun part is the best part.
And I think it makes for great banter. I mean, I was even telling Maddie, like, we should tell Courtney that don't worry about it being like this strict formal interview. We like to banter a lot and just talk about random stuff, but it makes for great content. I think it really does.
I would know if I have all the technical answers to your technical questions.
So Courtney,
failure.
What are the attack stats of Piper in Fallout?
Yeah,
4?
that's what I was like. I don't know. Oh God.
No, I don't feel that makes for fun conversation.
Oh, I don't know where it is. I'm so sorry.
Well, because you look at like
Mirelurks. I kept saying Mirelux. It was horrible. wrong. Say it again. What is that?
You look at how popular like YouTubers and streamers are compared to, I don't want to say compared to TV, but like people value, the personal connection. That's why like we realize that we don't have to stay on track when we're doing these podcasts with like voice actors or actresses or whatever, where, we can deviate and talk about stupid bullshit because, at the end of the day, most people are like, I already kind of know enough about the game and I can figure out most myself, and she already did give some answers on that. I want to get to know this person. And that's what we kind of try to explore, so to say. I don't even want to say that word. That sounds too professional. We have to explore our options here on the Ham Radio podcast.
But, I think that's the really important thing just about YouTube in general. People come for the content, but they stay for the personality. Above all, I think that's the important thing. So, yeah.
Well,
does that insight, Courtney, into the Ham Radio crew? Does that give you a bit of insight into what we do?
Are you impressed?
I'm so impressed, you guys.
Hey, Courtney, look at my golden podcast. Pretending it's a car if no one gets the joke out there listening.
Oh, great.
Oh, man.
On this, I really do, and we really do. I hope that hasn't been uncomfortable, and we've asked stupid questions or talked about stupid things. I hope you had fun.
I did. It was all like a,
It was a journey. You were like asking, like, how am I doing? Is this too silent? And then here you are, talking away, having a good time. I told you by the end of this. Told you.
Well, if you ever want to come back,
if anybody's weird and mean, I'll stick you on them, and you can be like, "Shut up! Don't talk to her that way. Shut your mouth."
God damn it, Lone and
typing finger.
But honestly, whenever you want to come back on, if you're itching for another fun podcast, let us know and we'll get you on straight away. Honestly, it's been a blast.
It's been so fun. Thank you guys. This is my first experience with it, and so far my only experience with it. And
we hope this makes sense.
If you're looking for experience number 2, just slide into my DMs. I'll be there. Just waiting for the fateful message. Matt, I want to be on Ham. I'm like, okay.
Oh, Papa loves Ham. Like, that was the greatest thing. So anyways, Courtney, I can't do this to you. Typically, the way we like to end podcasts, I always put people on the spot, and I ask the guests to end the podcast the best way they feel fit. I don't want to do that because then I feel like you can hate me for it.
You can do it?
Can you?
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we'll stop talking. Maddie, you can say whatever you need to as well, and then it's off to you.
It's been a pleasure, Courtney, and by all means, take it away.
Well, I don't know what to say. It was great talking to you, Blue.